What's up, witches? Let's see what message that we got going on. Let's get either another general message or it could add on to the last one. We shall see. What is affecting the collective most right now? Main timeline. These readings are always timeless because timelines, yeah, they differentiate from when you started playing the game, right? I always use the analogy of like a game like World of Warcraft or something like that. Like, no matter how many levels up you've done or how many quests you've done, there's always somebody new signing in that's doing that first quest that you had to do at the beginning, right? So it's like these energies, that's how they operate, right? I've got Taurus, I got 8, and I got the Sun, right? So I've definitely got a stubborn energy here, right? We get 8 infinity symbol there for me. We've got the Sun, new beginnings. Something coming out into the light. I'm going to have these up soon. I know I've gotten some requests on the shelves. I'm working on it, y'all. I sold out at the store that I sell them at too, so I definitely need to make some more. All right, I got rings of communication, the crossroads, a mail rune, and waves. Someone's talking about a decision that someone has already made, right? There's waves happening here. You might not even be aware of this, but there's definitely a decision that somebody's made. A masculine has made a decision that is making some waves, right? People are gossiping about it now. Past life energies we got going on. Leaving and travel. Someone might be getting ready to move. It's definitely somebody moving away from a cluster, right? There's a soul cluster here. This message is all about forgiveness. This is someone who's had to make this decision before where they've had to leave a situation or a group of people behind, and it's all about forgiveness, and it's not, yeah, persecution and inquisition. A situation where someone was constantly feeling persecuted, right? So this is a soul cluster that somebody's, and the forgiveness here, which is what I always say, it's forgiving yourself for staying longer than you needed to in a situation, right? It's about lessons and blessings here is coming into play. I get divine timing. I get the universe is also like forgive yourself, but divine timing is always at play. So no matter what decision you did make, no matter how long you stayed, it served a purpose for how long you stayed in these situations. Even if you don't quite see it yet. It's a lot of call about nature and trees here. I get this saying about, yeah, trees don't grow in straight lines. All the trees are different. You wouldn't judge a tree by the way it grows. Transportation. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of movement here. All right, what shadows are we dealing with? I even get the kind of sense that someone wants to live where there's more nature. Like it could be a big calling. Like communal living, someone could have gone from living in like a city or an industrious area and they want to get out of that. This could be a calling that's happened to them before in past lives, right? Especially in past lives. Really, I mean, if y'all knew how gross humans were like back in the day, I mean, I know it looks romantic on TV, but living with people, around people in cities was absolutely filthy and disgusting. Yeah, there's some sort of triumph of lies here. This person's dealing with, that's what the persecution is. There's some sort of cluster that they're in, that there's a triumph of lies. There's no escaping whatever the dynamics are in this situation, right? Someone has control of the narrative, like in this whole area. Like if you live in a small town, like there's no way you have to get distance from this whole town if you're ever going to get breakthroughs in life. Today for tomorrow, yeah. Somebody feels like they've wasted a lot of time. Oh. Oh. Addicted and gilded regret, right? Addicted and gilded regret. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting like one of those communities. Yeah, there's some sort of like addictions that are running around this group. There's something that they all share in common that keep them connected, right? And it's an artificial dopamine high. Whatever it is that keeps them connected, it's an artificial dopamine high. Someone's getting some crystal focus. I get that somebody's sobering up. Somebody's in a toxic cluster and they're sobering up. Or they need to, right? Crystal focus is all about finding your frequency. Yeah, someone's having to take a lot of time this winter to reflect on their situations. Yeah, there we go. Ancestors and generational karma right there. Your ancestors are like, dude, you came back to break these generational curses, these toxic cycles. You can't break them if you're in them. Got a high priestess and a king of cups here. Oh, I gotta get more on the 3D on this. What the hell is all this about? Just about to say, it's like that there's a lot of reversals here. I feel like I'm gonna have to reset my deck after these readings today. Like all my decks need to be reset. um I'm definitely picking up someone's attached to somebody, just nasty. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, they have a nasty energy on them, right? I get it's like it's a foundation of who they are, right? I get that they watch people, they spy on people. Um they like to tempt people. They could do this for money. I get that this person, they might not even be shy about the fact that they do this gross shit, right? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care what people like. See, and I sound so judgmental, but it's just my own personal perspective. It's my own moral codes for certain things, right? So it's just that is what it is. What? And that's what you're dealing with. You're a high priestess. You're like, I don't know, man. I get like just this person. right? Get the reversed here with this brass knuckles here. Got the spying ass energy. Like, this is a foundation of who they are. You got this reverse siren, Queen of Wands here. She uses her body to make money. You know what I'm saying? And she's not really shy about it. She might even brag about it. She might even, like, yeah. I get like, she's not shy about it at all. She's like, oh no, no, she'll tell anybody she knows to follow her OnlyFan, right? She don't care. She doesn't care if local people know that she does this. She doesn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ugh. Yeah. I just get one of those weird skeevy type of energies off of this. I get your person might have been involved in this. This might even be a reason that you left this energy, right? There's definitely a massively toxic energy. You know what I'm picking up? You know what I'm picking up? And it's funny because I know why I'm picking it up because it's a big story on the news right now. You know what I'm picking up? Nightmare. The nightmare. I'm picking up that cop. That story about the cop right now. That, like, she banged everybody in her damn department. That married one that sleeping with everybody in her department, sending pictures to everybody in the police department. Going over to other people's houses and having threesomes with their wives. Like, this is the energy I'm picking up, right? Like, this person, like, didn't care. Like, the level of, like, they were a nightmare. Look at this 10 of Wands reversed with the dream catcher, right? This person was just an absolute nightmare. All right. I get that there is some sort of like thinking when it comes to this person, right? When it comes to this person, I get that that might have been a bit of a division here because there's like a high priestess, definitely, right? This person doesn't like all the secrets. They don't like all the lies. They don't. I get that, like, it's not even like it was the secrets. It was like how brutally honest everybody was about like doing things like sleeping with prostitutes or something like that. It's like, wow, yeah. Oh, so you actually do follow her on OnlyFans. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Like, and it was like there was definitely a division here. I get with this 3 of Pentacles, it's like there's a King of Cups here, but he feels like this other person now is a reverse Princess of Cups. I get like he feels like he skeeved you out. Like they might have been honest about this situation on the bottom, and maybe they were even honest about it, to the point where they're like, yeah, well, that's the person that I go to, like whatever, I don't see it as a big deal. And that really is a toxic mindset that goes around. It's like, well, I don't see like it's a big deal. Like, it's cheaper than trying to take a girl out on a date and then it only being a chance of getting laid. At least this way, I pay $40 and I definitely get something. I'm like, really, really. So that just tells you that all that person was after at any given point is this one specific goal, right? And it's like, all right, so you've officially skeeved me out, right? And this person, like, this high priestess, like, kind of pulled back her energy at that point, like, all right, well, now you're kind of skeeving me out, dude. Right? He's just like, no, no, no. What? I ain't that kind of witch. I ain't that kind of witch. Think you guys got it all wrong sometimes about us. All right. The 5D. Overall energy here is a Knight of Cups, right? Somebody did have a lot of love energy in its connection. Eight of Swords, Nine of Chalices, Six of Wands, and I got a reverse Page of Cups and a reversed Union card here. I get that they feel imprisoned by these energies. I got with the Nine of Cups in this deck, it's all about looking back on your life when you're, older or whatever, having a moment by yourself, sitting on a bench, overlooking like a river or a lake or something like that. and you're actually thinking about your life, like the memories that come to you are good. This person has felt imprisoned for a very long time, and they want to look back on their life and be able to see that, see the joy and stuff that was in their lives. There's some victory that is coming for this person, but they have to actually make some moves here. They have to go through the Six of Swords. They have to go through that rite of passage, right? And when you go through the Six of Swords, it's like Ace of Swords. It's like it's generally the victory card, so it usually comes at the end, right? So the Two of Swords is about making a decision. The Three of Swords is about releasing third party situations and other influences on you in order to make that decision, right? The Four of Swords is delivering the truth about the situation. The Five of Swords is going through the battle of it. And then the Six of Swords is the rite of passage afterwards. It's the doorways that are opened after you get through that. The Six of Wands is very, very similar. It's deciding on where you want to go. It's making plans to move on where you go. It's creating the foundations of those unions, right? It's battling off the crabs in the buckets, and then it's bam, Six of Wands for the victory, right? And that's what I'm picking up here. This person has to go through this, but I feel like they've have to get past unions as well. There's a lot of conflicts, yeah, from past people that cause a lot of conflicts. There's a Queen of Pentacles. There's someone who is very materialistic, very greedy, right? Very greedy. Like everything they do is for money. Like that's their only focus, right? But they go about it in such a slimy ass toxic way. Like I hate to sound so judgy, but it just is what it is for me. It's like this person sees I get that this person sees their crotch as like an ATM, right? They're like, my crotch is like an ATM, man. I could just get money out of it. All you gotta do is slide your card, right? It's like it's definitely not the kind of energy. Like I don't care who you are. You wouldn't want your daughter to be like that, would you? Seriously. Like you can't like as much as you try to justify it to yourself, even if you're someone who does this, when you look at your child, do you want your child to do that? And if you say yes, then like seriously, like there's no other way to put that into a different perspective for me. There's just no way. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it. I feel it's gross. I feel like this person has this really gross energy. And the reason it's a gross energy, it's like it's not like this person like works at the bunny ranch or something like that. This person tries to hold relationships with this energy, and they punish other people with this energy. They cause conflicts with this Five of Swords. They imprison people, right? I was just about to say I get that she takes hostages. This is reversed. Again, it came out. This person takes hostages, right? They find any doorway of opportunity to take with somebody. If they get an opportunity to manipulate them, they will in a heartbeat to get what they want. This person straight up takes hostages to enable her problems, to enable her. Yeah, reverse Queen of Wands, upright Five of Pentacles. This person does this because they feel like it's the only way they can get attention, right? For one, right? They don't want to be left out in the cold. But there's a new beginning here. There's a new beginning for a King of Wands. Ha! There's a new beginning for this King of Wands. I got Ten of Pentacles, the Hangman reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Swords reversed. I get this person. This King of Wands is starting a new beginning, but he's taken a major loss, having to rebuild. They've taken a major loss and they're having to rebuild. They're having to rebuild because the foundations of their Ten of Cups before was all built on lies, right? And they're trying to be guided to do whatever they're building now in a more honest way. right? They don't want to battle this person anymore. They know this person is heartless, right? They see this as a clear decision, right? This person's in a battle with this person. They're seeing them for who they are. They're like, you were never a queen of cups. You never loved me. You never, I don't even think you're capable of emotion. I see, like, oh man, I fucking dated somebody who said this once. He said it about this person's supposed to be his best friend, it's supposed to be his boss. And he was like, and like, whatever, when he first introduced me to the dude. And then one night he was lit and he was like, yeah, he goes, so and so's my ATM. I just go, I need money. I need some money. I need some money, and he'll send me money. And I was like, oh my God, dude. And that's kind of like, I get this person has had some sort of revelation. This person confessed something maybe when they were drinking or whatever about how they make their money or about how they've been getting money. And this person finally sees that they were doing that to them. It's like, oh my God. Like, you're acting like you're so cool because you're playing all these guys and you're telling this to me, but I'm realizing that I'm one of the people that you've just been playing your whole life, that you played everybody your whole life. Yeah, this person feels like they've been a lost fool and misguided. This person does not want to work on this anymore. They want to plant new seeds someplace else. They're preparing for this, right? They're like, they don't want to work on this with this person anymore. They realize that this connection was a soul contract. This contract has taught its lesson, and they are ready to move on from these contracts. They're tired of being in Three of Swords situations, right? You know, and I get that. I get the sense with this reap what you sow reversed. It's like, what, I've paid enough penance. I feel like they feel like they're like, I've paid enough. I've paid enough. I've paid enough penance to you. I've paid enough penance to all these people. I've done enough. There's no passion left in this situation. They don't feel like it's been equal give and take. They feel like people have been watching them. That's it. They're like that's the truth. It's a hard truth to swallow, but it's the truth that they got. What, these people have been watching him, and they feel like they've just been a fucking joke. They're focused on moving towards the future here. They got a sharp tongue for people in their past, or they're not talking to them at all. They either cut them off or they're not talking to them at all. Devil reversed. The Empress reversed. Definitely cut off a toxic female. They've cut off this toxic female with everything in them. They're like, I'm not doing this with you any fucking more. Eight of Wands. Poof. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Once upon a time, I met a girl who said she was riding with the Rough Riders, and that dudes used to pay her to like sit in trucks with her. And she's like, I didn't touch them or nothing. I just sit there and they would just do what they did and then they'd give me money. I'm like, okay. And I do feel bad for people who get stuck in those type of situations and they grow up in those type of energies, but you've got to look at the future for you, seriously, and what kind of energies and influences you really want around your kids and what you want around you. I mean, you could forgive a person for their past, but if they're still doing the behaviors, then it's not in the past. You can't forgive somebody for something they're still actively doing, right? The only forgiveness that you can give is to yourself and move on and leave them to their path and recognize that you can't save everybody, right? That's one of the hardest lessons on this journey, because the universe will tell you things, man, and your spirit guides will lead you in directions, and you'll think that you're genuinely helping somebody, but in the end, you'll realize no, the universe removed you from that person's path because that person was on a destructive path, and you could not go down that with them, or else we would lose you too, right? Focus, reflection. Call on the strength of your ancestors to help you get through these hard times, get through this, right? Stop trading today for tomorrow. Sometimes the only triumph of lies is to get away from them, get away from the persecution. You've had to do this before, right? You've had to do this all before. This is all past life energy here. Forgive them and move on to places where you can find peace. Addicted is the Ten of Swords energy. It's the crybaby. It's the victim card. It just is. It's the victim card, and it's how this is the difference between the narcissist card, right? Is a truly addicted person, someone who's really struggling with addiction, right? All that begging and all that pleading and all that narcissistic behavior that they do is not really them, but it is still very dangerous. Like, they play that victim mode, but it's really only the end game is to get the addiction fulfilled, right? It's a gilded regret in the end, right? You end up enabling this person, right? And it enables your worst base because you have came to them, and how you know them, you were at a frequency at one time where you two did match a frequency, but you just might not anymore. Right? There's definitely a triumph of lies here. Get away from that, right? Get away from that. All right. Blessed be all those who walk those weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all, and I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.